How's it going, guys? It's me, Marty, and today we are going to be reviewing, probably ripping into and absolute destroying I know it's trash, I've got trash taste in anime, I'm not going to lie about it. I only started watching anime probably about a bit over 2 years ago. I want to say 2.5 years. I don't think I've hit quite third year yet. So I'm still very new to anime, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff I haven't watched. Watched a lot of long-running anime like One Piece, Naruto. I've not even watched Attack on Titan or some newer anime. I've been quite bad recently, but I feel I've watched a good chunk in these last 2.5 years. So today I just wanted to go through my anime list, and just let's rip into my horrible taste in anime, shall we? So I am using the proper ranking system. So if you think that some of the results I gave here are a bit harsh, just remember that I've used the proper ranking system of my anime list. So I will put a pop-up to show you what those are, but I think a 5 was average, and then anything above a 5 was classed as good, very good, super good, and then masterpiece being 10. So really, when you see stuff that's out of 5 and you think, oh, that's a bit harsh, just remember a 5 in the opinion of my anime list and how I've ranked it is an average show. So like, I didn't hate it, is basically what I'm trying to say. But anyway, enough talk, we're going to get into my trash taste in anime. Right at the bottom we've got 2 that are ranked 3 out of 10. One of them being the Wonder Egg Priority Special. Yeah, if you want to see more about my opinions on that, I will put a link to the video I made on it, but yeah, it's quite a far stretch from where Wonder Egg is, the rest of Wonder Egg is on this chart, but yeah, the special didn't impress me much. I mean, the next one is actually how I like to deem as the worst anime I've watched so far, which is where it says Hajimete no Gao. I'm not going to do the Japanese pronunciations because I'm just going to embarrass myself and probably insult a lot of people, but I think this one was called something like My First Girlfriend is a Gal, I think. Let's go for that. Yeah, My First Girlfriend is a Gal. This was just a train wreck of an anime. I can't believe I actually went through and watched all 10 episodes of it. It just made no sense. I couldn't really wrap my head around the characters. It seemed like the girls in this situation were like really quite abusive towards the boy and like really harsh to him, and it was strange. I think I've blocked most of it out of my memory, to be honest. It was I couldn't stand it. Anyway, I want to get through these a bit quicker because we've got 128 to get through. Izaki-chan, putting it at 4. Yeah, it wasn't that great. I know it was like flavour of the week at one point. People seem to be enjoying it. I mean, I know I put it as a 4, which is classed as bad, but you know, I didn't hate. I finished it. If I finished it, it couldn't have been that awful. But yeah, I wouldn't even put it in average. I would rather not watch it again. Tengena Senpai, that is Magical Senpai? That's what it was called? Magical Senpai. It was just basically like the same as Uzaki-chan. It's like a really dumb main girl. She's trying to be a magician. If it was at least funny, I would have enjoyed it more, but it just wasn't. It was just a bit cringy and a bit just not worth watching, but I somehow watched all 12 episodes of it. Nyanko Days. Feel a bit harsh maybe putting it at 4. It wasn't that bad. I just felt really weird watching it, I'm not gonna lie. Eromanga Sensei, it's not great. I know a lot of people who like it. It just wasn't for me. Like I say, it's a 4. I didn't hate it. I would have put it at 1 or 2 if I hated it. There was some bits that I thought were fine, and then like I say, if it was just funnier, I just don't think it was that funny, to be honest. Watamote, if it had handled the whole social awkwardness thing a bit better, in fact, it seemed it more like, to me personally, it just kind of put it in a bad light and kind of, I don't think it made fun of it, but it just like, I just don't think it was done well. I think if she came across a bit more, we're going to see that maybe. We've obviously got, before this video airs, we're only a couple of days away from Comic Can't Communicate. It's going to be airing soon, and I think hopefully that can do the whole social awkwardness thing a lot better than what Omote did. Hanamaru Kindergarten, yeah, just the same as Nyanko Days. It was fine, it was cutesy. just felt really weird watching it. I didn't enjoy it a lot of the time. One I'm currently watching, which is I can't remember the English name for it. Kiyu and Kyoto from the Meiko House. Yeah, that's it. It's fine so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm watching it on a week-to-week basis. It's airing on a Sunday, I think it is. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but it's not knocking me out of the park really. That's why it's a 5. It's average. It ties me over every week. It's laid back. It's fun. Seton Academy joined the pack. Yeah, had fine. It was fine at times. Like I say, I think if it was a bit more funny throughout. I just think a lot of the jokes didn't land. Princess Connect Redive. I'm not going to dog on this one too much because it actually had I'm pretty sure it has no source material. It is based off a mobile game, which we'll get to in a minute with Umion. For something that's based off a mobile game, I'm not going to dog on it too much. I had fun with it. It was average. It was a 5. Umion is the shorts version of Uma Musume. You'll see later on, I do have Uma Musume, and I think quite highly of that show. Probably should have even put it higher than I did, but the shorts version just didn't do it for me, to be honest. I'm sure if you're like a real die-hard fan of, you probably play the mobile game, and you watch the anime and you love it a lot, then yeah, maybe you'll prefer the shorts more. My Roommate is a Cat. Yeah, average, just laid back. It was fine. I watched it. It was fine. Love is Like a Cocktail. This was quite a decent little anime because I think the episodes were only like a minute long. So even though it's 13 episodes, it was literally it was like under 20 minutes you could finish it. It was fun. Yeah, it was like shorts really. It was average. Restaurant to Another World, currently airing season 2 at the moment. Yeah, I mean I enjoyed it. I think on a better day I would have probably bumped it up to a 6, but when you look back at this stuff, because that was one of the anime I watched, I know a year and a half ago now. When you retrospect on these sort of things, you just realise it probably wasn't as good as when the first time you watched it. Interviews with Monster Girls, yeah, fine little anime, average 5. That's a lot of these I'm just going to be shooting through because I have not much to say about them. And then we get to Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. I thought the premise was really good. When it first started off, like the first 2 episodes, I was like, oh, this is going to go really well, and then they just never seemed to do anything with it. Like, they introduced all these cool characters and I felt they never just developed on all the groundwork they had laid in the story. It's probably something I'm going to have to read the manga off if it has got one. And Way of the House Husband, I know when this dropped, a lot of people did not like it a lot. Haven't read the manga, so I can't compare it. I gave it a 6. I thought it was good. I'm looking forward to season 2, which is coming out soon. Yeah, really quite funny. Nagatoro-san. Nagatoro was Flavour of the Week anime, but yeah, it was good. It was fine. I put it above average, put it as good. It was fun. It was a real fun anime, really fun at times. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord versus season 2, I think. Yeah, it's a good anime. Not really a massive. I like my isekai, but this one was fine. It was fine. Season 2 was. I thought the later half of season 1 was better than the whole of season 2, but season 2 is more consistent than season 1. Combatants Will Be Dispatched. This came out not too long ago, a couple of months now. You wouldn't believe it was made by the people who made Konosuba. It tried to be funny. It really did try to be funny. Overall, a decent little anime, but no, it doesn't even reach the heights of Konosuba, in my opinion. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and finally maxed out my level. I think that's that one. This would have been like an average or even below average anime. I'd say average, but just the simple premise that it sets from the get-go. If you want to watch more about that, I have made a video on that premise and why I thought this anime was really good was just simply like the ideas it brings forward about not overworking yourself and things like that. It really brought something to just a really basic isekai anime. Brand New Animal, IBNA, Brand New Animal, whatever you want to call it. Studio Trigger, where I love my Studio Trigger stuff. Studio Trigger is probably my favourite studio that creates anime. Brand New Animal for me, it was good, it was above average. Not as good as what I'm used to from Trigger, but I still enjoyed it. I would happily take a season 2 if they decide to make one. Dropkick on My Devil, I think this is season 1. I was quite surprised how much fun I had with this anime. It was very, very funny. It was a bit of a one I just found out the blue, but yeah, highly recommend it if you want something easy. Only 11 episodes. Nice little short funny anime. Yeah, like I say, it does nothing special, but it gets the job done. Inspector, I feel really bad because when this first got announced, I got really hyped for it, and actually the concept of it is great. It just had such bad pacing issues. Hopefully Crunchyroll go ahead and make a season 2 of this and sort some of those pacing issues out, because actually the world and the characters even are really, really good in this show. It gets let down from its pacing. It goes really slow at times, and just the story never seems to move forward. Teasing Master Takagi-san Season 2. Yeah, really good. This was actually one of the first anime I watched, because I can't remember if it's Season 1 or Season 2. One of them's on Netflix, and that's kind of where I started watching anime. Yeah, really fun. Like I say, a lot of these 6s are just anime that are above average, but they just kind of get the job done. They're just kind of easy watching for me. Like what you'll see with the 7s is like, you really start really enjoying anime, because I think 7 in the ranking system is very good, and a very good for me it's got to be very good. I'm quite harsh with my ratings. Nekopara is a guilty pleasure of mine. I've not played any of the games, but yeah, the anime was kind of cool. I liked it. My Next Life as a Villainess. Yeah, I was actually quite surprised how much I enjoyed this, because when it first aired, I didn't watch it, but I watched the trailers for it, and I was like, oh, it just looks like some basic isekai, and it is kind of like a basic isekai, but it does things a little differently, which I like. Haven't watched Season 2 yet. I don't know if it's any good. Hopefully, because like I say, it just kind of got the job done. It was a fun anime. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Season 1. Yeah, same as Season 2. It's a 6, it's fine. Dropkick on My Devil. I think this is Dash. This is second season. It was much the same as the first season. Same with Teasing Master Takagi-san Season 1. Just more of the same as Season 2. I don't think they ever improved on one another from Season 1 to Season 2. Promare. This is probably going to annoy a lot of people, because another... Is this Studio Trigger? I think it's Studio Trigger, Promare. Is it? It is Studio Trigger. Yeah. Like I say, as much as I say I like Studio Trigger, Promare was on Crunchyroll for a month, because they're doing like a bit of a film thing at the moment. I didn't really jive with it. Like, it wasn't awful, the art style was really cool, I don't know, the story just didn't interest me. Chunibo, Take On Me, the movie. Yeah, Chunibo is a little... I know a lot of people love it, it has a massive following, and the people who do like it really love it. For me, it's a little cringe, but, I watched it, and the fact that I watched this, and you'll see later on, I watched the series, the Rika version, and the film, so I couldn't have hated it that much if I watched 3 different things about it. Aho Girl, this stuff had me rolling. This was funny as hell, honestly. I put it as a 6 because I know it's a trashy anime, but it's one of those trashy animes that just makes me laugh, and I thought it was funny, I liked it. Blends, another... It was flavour of the week when it came out ages ago. Yeah, just cutesy, maids, it was fine, it was good, it was above average. Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, I think this was called in English. Yeah, it was only a little 4-episode OVA off the JoJo. It was like part 4 characters, but I think the art style was in part 5. I thought it was fine. Personally, I don't think it was needed. I know it was, made off a mini manga series that Hirohiko made, but I just don't think it needed to be animated personally. I'm sure if you're like a massive JoJo fan, like I am a JoJo fan, don't get me wrong, I am a JoJo fan. I even have JoJo manga over there, and I've watched all 5 parts, but I don't know, I just thought this was unnecessary. Like, it wasn't bad, but, I can't complain because it was 4 episodes. And you thought there was never a girl online. Surprisingly, I don't know why, I actually kind of like this. I can't really tell you why I liked it. It just seemed to flow quite well. Strange. Another little kind of, it was a bit cringy like Chunibo, with the main girl just being like a bit of a shut and all that. But honestly, I had quite a good time with it, that's why I gave it a 6. Monster Musume, yeah, just wholesome monster girls, Like I say, I've said this, a lot of these shows are 6s because I have trash taste in anime, and I just watch comfort 12-episode shows and never get on and watch anything decent, because that's all I do. I just watch these kind of wholesome shows that just, make you smile. Monster Musume is another one of them. Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. Probably a bit harsh putting it as a 6. I might change that, I don't know. Pretty good show, actually. It seems to be everywhere, so if you haven't watched it, I think it's on Netflix, it's on Crunchyroll. It might even be on Funimation, it's everywhere. You can't get away from it. But it is a solid show. It's pretty good. Is the Order a Rabbit? Yeah, Is the Order a Rabbit. This thing has like 4 seasons of anime now. It must be really popular. I thought it was good. Didn't do anything special for me personally. Just wholesome. Maids, again. Kind of like blends. Devil is a part-timer. People are going to get annoyed at this as well, I can see now. I will say, I'm sure when this came out, because this came out like what, back in 2013 this came out. I'm sure when this came out back in 2013, similar with like Sword Art Online, you'll see up here, we'll get to that in a minute, I gave that a 6. I'm sure when these two shows first came out back in 2013 and 2012, I think, for Sword Art, retrospectively, I'm sure they were like massive game changers. They really like shook up the dynamic of what anime was at the time. But obviously, someone like me, I think I watched Devil as a Part-Timer about a year ago, so that would have been 2020. 7 years after it was made. There's a lot of copycat shows like it that I've seen before, so Devil as a Part-Timer for me it was just another one of those shows. It wasn't bad by any means, but yeah, I'm sure if I'd watched it in 2013, I would have put this higher. But by today's standards, it's kind of average. It's alright. Sailor Moon Crystal first season. Yeah, it's good. I don't think it's as good as the original anime, and it had some. I wasn't too much of a fan of the animation. It definitely got better with the Eternal movie, which is higher up on my list somewhere. We'll get to. But yeah, Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. Great show. A lot more faithful to the manga actually, Crystal was, than the original show. Chunibyo. I think this is the Reek version. Is it? No, this is just Love Delusions. Love and Other Delusions. It's a fine show. I know a lot of people love it. I thought it was fine. Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online for me is, a lot of people trash on Sword Art Online. I haven't watched any more than Season 1 because I've been told Season 2 is the dreaded season that no one should ever have to bear eyes on because it's that bad. But I heard Alicization, is that what you call it? And War for the Underworld are actually quite good, but I just haven't watched any more yet. I've been trying to put the feelers out and try and watch some different anime than just isekai all the time. I think it was fine. I think it, like most people's opinion, if it had stopped at a certain point and, didn't go into that weird fairy arc that just wasn't needed and was a bit weird, it would have been a much better show, but, I'm not going to dog on it too much. I thought it was fine. It was a 6. It was above average. Porco Rosso, yep, fun little movie, enjoyed it. Kobayashi's Mini Dragon series, so these were like the 30-second to 1-minute shorts they did between Season 1 and Season 2. Yeah, as a fan of Kobayashi Dragon Maid, I like them a lot. So yeah, they probably should be at a 6, but I'm biased because it's Dragon Maid. Shadow's House, actually really underrated. I know a lot of people who read the manga said the anime ending for Season 1, hopefully we get to Season 2, was different, and a lot of people were torn about that, but honestly, just from an outsider looking in, I thought this was a really, really good anime. Kept me guessing all the way through. I like how it kind of like piece feeds you a bit every episode, like it answers a question every episode, but then it also then makes more questions by the end, so you think you're getting closer to the end of working out what is going on in this quite gothic, dark environment, but then, it's one step forward, 2 steps back, but I loved it. I thought it was great. Burn the Witch, I kind of forgot about that because it's been out a bit. It was only 3 episodes because it's only like 1 volume of manga, and I think I have it on pre-order coming this month sometime, hopefully. Yeah, it was really cool. I would like to see more, but obviously they're waiting for more manga to be made, so we're not going to see any more of that. But yeah, if this was like a full series, I'm sure Burn the Witch would be great.